Hi everybody! Welcome back to Materia D&D, where we play D&D our way. Session 108, Part 2. Basically, the first part of the session was the Menagerie dealing with Scoot and his broken memories, and realizing that... Whew, okay, a few hundred years ago, actually more than that, you got up my timeline, so because I keep questioning my timeline even though I've been right every single time in my head, but just want to be safe. That... Okay, perfect. That 500 or so years ago, the families and organizations that ended up having influence and power, aka money, here in Carver established the Tefra trustees. Uh, since Carver is basically not ruled by any one sovereign or has a real standing military force, to the law goes those with power and money. Uh, they uncovered from Scoot that the cave the portion of the cavern was intentionally collapsed, uh, but the mimics that are there were actually placed there. Those mimics came one evening, uh, 500 or not 500, but many hundred years ago, as one evening, the sky filled with a purple-green cloud, and from it, all the birds and bugs in the air began to rain down dead. Crashing sounds of thunder uh, were to follow, but only upon the coming of the next day did they uncover that those sounds were supply line wagons and carts that had come crashing from the sky somehow. Uh, that being said, some of the things that were in there happened to be these mimics. Over the next decades or so, uh, they wreaked some havoc in Carver, but eventually somehow they were able to communicate with them and establish a agreement slash contract as they proved to be intelligent creatures. They were then used as part of the cave-in. The reason that they did the cave-in, according to Scoot, from his recollections and understanding, as he was never a formal member of the Tefra trustees, was that individuals that lost themselves to the incessant need to dig and find wealth, basically obsessed with greed, sometimes would lose themselves in the twisting, winding caverns of Carver, of the Snoring Mountain. Some of them ended up somehow surviving, but changed over the decades or centuries, and they were known as greed rot. Basically, if you were to akin a person to a bird, it's like comparing a bird to a bat. Things are there, but they're off. And they proved to be very hostile and dangerous. Thus, upon the cave-in, the contract was that the mimics agreed to be buried in there with those greed rot individuals, as they would be a supply of food. So, anyways, that's the backstory as far as what the menagerie has uncovered so far. And currently, they're walking around with one of these juvenile mimics in the form of a lantern, trying to get through the Tefra gates to do the shortcut. However, as they do not have Willem with them, they don't have their paperwork. So rather than killing 20 plus guards, they decided to go around like everyone else. And that's where we're picking up, with the menagerie taking one of the many foot-worn paths of people, essentially as if water were to splash off a wall, having to go around. They are traveling around the glittering walls of the Tefra shelves on their way to the entries of the mine. I will say, can I, as you guys are walking, can I have you guys give me perception checks?
Al is +9.
All right. What was Al's next roll? So I did. The last one was a total of 20, so I have to see what his other one.
Nah, 24, 25.
Actually,
You
exactly the
did.
same.
Dirty 20.
Oh, okay. So a lot of you guys will notice. Okay, perfect. I'm just gonna. It's fine. Enough of y'all notice. Uh, as you guys are walking, there is a repeated pattern on the wall facing the exterior. Um, along this portion of the glittering walls that surround the tephra shelves. And the best way to describe it is that the symbol is of a shallow cut gem, and there seems to be runes around it. And it's like you go for every like 30-foot wall section, there's like a stamp of that, and then for every 30-foot section, stamp of that. 30-foot section, stamp of that.
Like ink or like
no,
paint?
No,
or...
sorry. No, it's actually like engraved and then colored in. Or like different tile, however to imagine it. Mm-hmm.
Can I decipher the runes? Do I understand it?
What's your eyeball set to today? It was ethereal plane, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me put it. No, you do not speak the language.
I do not speak. Okay.
Would I
does not speak the language?
So do we all notice
What
it?
was it?
I'm just gonna say y'all notice it because you guys all rolled really high. So Donnie, it's like you know how it's essentially on the every like 30-foot portion of the wall as you guys are kind of venturing around the outside of this this portion of wall that blocks off the tephra shelf. There's an etched portion that's colored in, and the symbol that it's repeated on like every 30-foot portion is like a shallow cut gem that has runes around it. And the only person here that reads that language is the grumpy dwarf.
It's Dwarven.
It's Dwarven. Yeah.
What do it say?
So I'm not the only one that sees that.
All of you see it.
We
Yeah.
all see it.
I'm
See
saying
what?
that out loud.
Oh,
It
yeah.
says
Oh, got it.
See what?
the mark that you said that's dwarvish. You're talking about those markings, right?
Oh, now I see them because I rolled an 11 to begin with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you didn't see that? What
Okay.
the hell?
Well, I mean,
Are you just like
they
blind with
look
rage right
normal.
now?
Yeah, they look normal to me. They're not out of place. It says Adam.
It's names.
Okay, it's names.
It's like one name. So a name on there is. Let me get the names up. So it's Estra.
Okay.
It's Ishi. It's Laurent. It's Solomon. And it is Ulta.
Knowing Dwarvish, are these surnames or first names?
Most likely surnames.
Okay.
And they're not necessarily all Dwarvish names, but they're written in Dwarvish.
Okay.
I'll
I'll say
write
it's.
here for you
I
guys.
say it says, as soon as Adam gets done typing, that.
Solomon, Ulta, and I forgot the one.
We heard the first name before.
Yeah, there you go.
That's who. Let me look.
Estra.
Yeah, I think does it Kagita mentioned or somebody mentioned them? Let me see.
Well, we've been
Al
hearing Estra
would-
quite often recently, right?
Yeah. Al would elbow you and say it was the last group in the mine. They were working for Lady Estra.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. That's the one I remember.
But she was the one supposedly providing tools to people.
Well, I think
Well,
her crews, right?
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
How old are these markings, Adam?
As old as the wall. So
Okay, how old is the wall?
Oh,
stone cutting, please.
Stone cutting.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I will tell
that's
you
pretty good.
Okay.
17 on the die plus 20, that'd be 27.
Now you gotta make me think of my history. Okay, the trustees were 520 some years ago. Thus the walls were, so the walls, this portion of wall, while it is regularly maintained, 450 years old, the symbols seem to be regularly repainted or like, refilled with color. So
Okay, are the symbols etched into the stone or just painted onto the stone?
etched in. So it's like where they etch it in and then they give it color.
Got it. Okay. Is Ichi a name that I would recognize from Usagi?
Bitsy soggy-ish, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'll pass that on to everybody. Like,
Would I recognize
know.
any of these names? Probably not. But,
Actually,
I mean, I could do like a
you've
history
been
or
through
something.
Carver. Yeah, give me a history check.
Yep. Ooh, 18 on the die for a total of 17.
17. And then Al, because he was with you. I'll just let me give Al give you advantage.
Al's a plus
Go ahead.
5. Oh, he'll give me advantage. Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
I
he'll
rolled an
give you
18, but yeah, so 18, so 17 total.
17. Davis, you can pick Solomon, Ulta, or Laurent. You guys know the name from the last
We'll
time
go
you guys were
Ulta
here.
because it's a cosmetics company that my wife uses.
Okay. Not intentional.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you are aware of Ulta.
Like
You've
just
heard the
from
name
having heard it in here in town.
Yeah, like last time you guys passed in, there was you were at a watering hole, a tap room, and there were just
Somebody talked about the Ulta
individuals that
family.
had ties to the Ulta family. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard of the Ulta family. I think they're some snooty upper crust. I mean, they fit in here, so that makes and I'll point into the neighborhood that's walled off. I'm like, yeah, that seems like them.
Okay.
So, just making a note real quick, because I literally accidentally somehow I hate when I do this. Somehow it's either I do it or when the cats jump on my keyboard, they delete lines. So like I was like, I had these names. I was like, where are they?
Jones is
Solomon.
like, that is not the campaign. That is not canon to the campaign.
Yeah.
Jones over there. He's on select A, delete.
Yep.
I will say, okay, legit, it is incredible the key combinations that cats can do when they walk on your keyboard. It's Emily.
Jones is like, I hope you had this backed up somewhere else.
There you go. I'll have to fill out the notes later, but at least I have all 5 of them written now. Okay. So yeah, it's just as you're walking, like I kind of put it to akin for those of you in Texas. Sometimes when we're driving on the highways, like they kind of decorate the side of the on ramps and off ramps to keep the highway a little less dull. It's
Yeah.
like that. So, but it takes you a little while to walk. There are some people walking to and fro, seemingly going to the mines. Your lantern has not done anything. It's just kept in its lantern form, quiet.
While we're walking, once I realize people are walking out, and I know some people hate rock, make sure your lantern's kind of checking the things that are coming past us.
Oh yeah, hey, lantern friend, signal to me. If any of your friends are around, we'll take them back with us.
I guess for the sake of it, rock. Or actually, let's do it this way. James, roll me D100 and roll me a D100.
So
You said
D100.
Sorry, what?
D100?
Yeah, 100.
From both of us?
Chance dice.
91.
Okay. Damn, that's high. Okay, 91. So if you need to
87.
roll,
Oh,
wow, both high.
Ooh.
Okay.
Internet
There's
high five.
yeah. There's a group of, we'll say 4. A pair of Marion, of the the classic metallic Warforged look. A Minotaur and a dwarf, and they're hauling. They're like I don't like a wheelbarrow essentially, and they have some bags in those wheelbarrows, and the lantern says, "There's a pair in there."
And where? In the wheelbarrows? In the bags?
I don't know their form, but I can feel them. Let me say hi. It just goes quiet for a second, and yeah, one of them is a bag.
What's the other one?
A pair of gloves that one of them's wearing, or a glove that one of them's wearing.
Hello, hey, adventurers, miners, hello, stop. we're from the local mine inspection group. We just need to have a quick look at your inventory here, make sure everything's okay. Because of the sabotage and stuff. Can you hold still for a second, please?
We're was that through the no, that was just through his natural tele. Well, I guess technically the bond would still.
Yeah, it lasts for an hour. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah. So technically, you would hear the responses back. Yeah.
Oh
so
no, that was to the people.
No, I know. It's just Davis asked a question in Roll20 if it was through the bond, and technically, yes, it would have been through the bond. So you guys all would have heard that it's one of the bags.
Okay.
And
Because otherwise, I was gonna be like, why the fuck is Rock stopping them? But yeah.
One of the
got
gloves. Yeah. You see like the Minotaur like almost like instinctively like shifts to block you from the cart, like steps in between you.
We're not. Quick inspection, just for sabotage. We'll give everything back, assuming everything's copacetic. And I'm just gonna try to walk around him and just take a look at everything, like grab a bag. I'll touch a bag and I'll be thinking in my head to my. Am I touching him now? Is this him?
So one, there's enough of you where they're probably not going to. We'd appreciate you if you don't touch her. Okay, just reach it.
Yep. On safety. We're we're thinking about you.
Adam, I'm gonna kind of walk over to Sedge and kind of hit him and look at him, look at his pouch, look at them.
I get it. Sedge gets it. All right, so as you're grabbing through the rock, you grab one, and it's got stuff in it. You jingle it, and he's like, "That's our equipment bag," and you kind of pour it out. And as you pour it out, the the mimic, the lantern, telepathically would say, "Yo, bro," kind of thing. Yeah, you got one of them.
Okay, I got one of them. Okay. Let's kind of pat through the equipment, and then I can look at the bag, and I'm like, "Whoa, hey, whoa, what? This is not standard issue bag, is it?" And I'll toss it to Dragnar and be like, "Have a look. This doesn't seem right. Does it seem right to you?"
And I'm gonna grab it and look at him like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Because I'm out of game. I'm not part of the conversation.
Oh yeah, you're not part of. Oh well,
I'm like looking at the bag like, "What?"
No, Dragnar, it's definitely not standard issue. Just check that thing out. There is definitely something wrong with that. And then,
I realize what he's saying. I'm like, "Oh." I hand it to Davis. Touch it. I don't want it.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna.
gingerly, I'll take it.
I'll quickly, just to make it look legit, I'll look through all the other bags, dump them, look at the bags, look at the tools. Oh, okay, no, this bag's good. These tools are good. Yeah. Oh man, you guys got a mess here. Gloves. Last thing to look at. Gloves. Who's got gloves?
Not me.
What was it? The dwarf is where has one glove on, and then like one glove that doesn't match the other one. It's like I had a hole in one, and there was a spare glove. It happened to fit.
Which one was the spare one that I found?
He just raises his left hand. Like,
can I have a look at that glove, sir? And I'm gonna try and like grab it from him.
In the meantime, I'm fishing out money. Like I'm fishing out a money punch and like starting to like look through coins just so that I'll be like, you'll be compensated. It's okay.
Yeah. My friend back here,
all right. He's like, and he starts taking it off. He's like, yeah, I got a blister from my old glove, so I like it. It fits really snug. Can I have it, please?
Yeah. Well, let's make sure it's okay first before going on and getting hurt. So I've got the glove.
Yeah.
Does it talk to me too?
Your lantern lets you know that that's one of his kin.
Okay. Oh no. Oh, you're very lucky, son. This thing. Ooh, yeah. You don't want to know what this is made out of, and I'm gonna toss that to Sedge.
Ah, I'm gonna catch it
Davis,
Okay.
let
if I can.
pay the man. Let him buy himself a nicer pair of gloves.
No, I'll do you one
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
We'll pay you for your troubles, and I'll give him 3 gold, which I know is a pretty good amount. And I'll also give him the pair of gloves out of my climber's kit.
Okay. And he's like, oh,
These
what?
are great. I just got these. These should definitely serve you fine. No blisters, no problems. You'll be able to keep working. It's all good. And this should hopefully set you out. You know, maybe you can even take a day. Let your hands heal up.
Now, gentlemen, not to insinuate anything, I know that there's a lot of discarded equipment in a unorganized sort of environment like this, but most of the injuries have been from individuals finding items or mistaking other items for their own. Not necessarily in a stealing way, but just in a, where did I put my pickaxe? Oh, there's one. You know, sabotage isn't there to be hard to get. They want you to find the things that are going to mess you up.
As you say that, you see like the dwarf reach in and like grab out like a mallet. Just here you go. We found this one, and then he goes and grabs like another
You're not
like
getting paid
a
anymore. This is just a flat fee for this one inspection. You're not going to get more
yeah,
for giving us more stuff, you know.
and it's kind of like one of those God, what do you call it? The fine mesh little things that you shake to get the sit through to try to find little
Sifter.
a sifter. Thank you. And he's like, here's one other. Those are just laying around. Sorry.
It's all
Thank
right,
you.
but just keep it in mind in the future. We caught
Oh.
this time, but we can't meet up with everyone who's coming in and out of the mine. Just try to spread the word to any of your associates. You know, we're not looking for thieves. We're not looking for whatever. This is whether or not you want to go home with all your digits at the end of the day.
Okay. Thank you. It's good to know that somehow there's people looking out for us, and you're looking over them. They look like they're probably from the slums. Like,
So you
really
mean all of
dirty.
Carver, except for that one neighborhood?
Well, sorry, the soot flats.
Oh,
They
the actual
can't count.
slums, got it.
The actual, yeah. Like what clothing and that they're wearing is obviously stain ridden and dirty. So like that 3 gold is their
Yeah,
eyes get big.
it's a week's wages for them.
Davis, you forgot something else. They're supposed to go by the bar and get their first round for free.
What bar?
You know the bar.
I have not seen a bar in this town.
Well, we're trying to make that bar a bar.
No, okay. Sure.
But first drinks for free. Just make sure you tell Willem that we said so.
Okay. We don't know what bar you're talking about. Thank you for making sure that we weren't going to get hurt.
I'll tell him where it's at.
Look for the big tree through the roof.
Big tree to the roof, yeah.
Oh, that weird place on the.
As a matter of fact, here, and I pull out the little cask I have of the dragon's breath or whatever it is, and say, this is what you can get there, and I give them a sample.
Did you give them the rest of the cask, or?
Yeah,
they don't really have.
here you go. I put it in the water and say, here you go.
You guys are. Okay, thank you. And they start just kind of walking out. You see like a few they look back as they're going away, and then the one of the Marion is just tossing the coins. It's like, what? You see them audibly discussing amongst themselves as they walk away. After they pass,
Actually, as they're walking off, I'll be like, that's from the Dusty Pick. Just tell them the Dusty Pick set you up and that we're the ones helping out.
Thank you. And then they, walk off. Davis, after a moment, you feel the bag kind of just start
Yeah, I'll
being on its own.
if it ever moves it, I'm holding it out in front of me,
Yeah, I get it, and it just
Yeah,
starts the
exactly.
bottom of it just starts to.
If the bond is, as long as the bond is still going, I'll be like, tell your buddy, we're taking him home.
You get this conversation kind of like this, and then as you're holding it, Davis, it kind of the bag balloons open, not like we're holding one end, and it just like you see that it starts where you're holding what was the opening. It starts to stitch itself, and then the other side like opens up, and it kind of like it tears an opening there. And for all of you that see it, it's basically like a mouth. Those vampire squids that have like all the barbs of teeth on the inside. Imagine like the bag that opens up with all the barbs of teeth, and there's like sporadic eyeballs in you. Just looking around, and then Davis, you hear a ping in your head. It's like, "Hello,
Hi.
can you let go? You're squeezing really hard."
Oh, well, I'm not gonna let go, but I can loosen up.
Thank you. And then Staj, as you got the gloves, like all the fingers, like they start to like all kind of like open up, and there's like little mouths, and then the palm grows a hand, eyeball in the middle, and it's like, looking at you. And it just kind of waves with the two fingers.
Hold low. I'm gonna like almost drop it, but like I want to try to make sure I don't drop him and make him angry. But
As you almost like drop it,
yeah.
As you almost drop it, it can just kind of like adjust itself and kind of props up on its fingers, kind of how you see Hans move around, and it starts kind of like standing on your hand like a glove, just like this.
Now, please don't eat me, please. Just get that out of the way.
Okay. We were going for where were they taking us?
Not sure.
It's really bright out here. It sucks.
Yeah, we'll get
I don't
somewhere
like
more comfortable soon.
Thank you.
If those guys are mimics, tell them to look out as well so we can collect any more that may be passing by us.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. What do we get out of it?
Get to go home. So do they. And we're gonna hopefully get rid of the annoying noises.
That would be nice. You people make a lot of noises.
Well, not us. Well, we do, but
What do you mean, you people?
Exactly. You
Damn it.
people.
Every time I say that, you guys jump on it. It's just like, yes, I know I said it.
Is he talking about half orcs or what? You people.
Okay, you creatures. There you go.
You creatures have really long, creepy ass tongues. What about it?
You
Uh,
creatures
Adam?
can't change your form. What's up with that? This is weird.
Adam, if we come across a cart or a wheelbarrow that's not being used, because I'm assuming we're probably going to get several items, not to mention the items in the cave, I will snag it. But I will also verify beforehand with either whoever has a mimic that I'm not grabbing a wheelbarrow mimic because I don't want to be eaten by a wheelbarrow.
I'm gonna get you guys to be so paranoid. I love it. Go ahead and roll me to 100.
That would be a 14.
So there's
That's
this.
my 19 wheelbarrows. All of them are mimics.
Yeah, no. You find one that's just like kind of been abandoned, and you actually find two. One that's been abandoned, and it's been there so long that there's like greenery kind of growing and kind of reclaiming through. Like the wheel seemingly cracked, and they just left it there, and it's kind of been slowly reclaimed by nature. There's another one that's kind of tipped over and by it, and you go to grab it, and as you do, you start to pull it around. It starts to wheel, and it's like a really, really nice wheelbarrow. And you're thinking to yourself, well, this thing is really nice. And you start pulling it, moving it around, and the little ones, I guess so, everyone that's connected to the lantern goes, that's an older one.
Dragnar.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of them.
Oh,
That doesn't mean it can't be useful.
That's
Tell
an
him
old
not-
one. We should talk to it.
They're like, it's not responding.
Is it gonna try and eat us?
You want to talk to it? Or just what do you want me to say to it?
Don't eat us. We're taking you
No,
home.
we should talk to it.
I'm trying, but he's not responding.
Guys, should we? Well, this isn't a suitable. Let's keep. Well, we'll talk to it in the cave.
Every
I'll-
time we find a mimic, let's stop 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And
No,
then
we'll
eventually
wait-
they'll be
we'll wait
just
for-
rock talking to seven mimics, and that's it.
We need a wheelbarrow no matter what, and hopefully, with it being an old one, it will adhere by the old treaty. And I flip it over and say, if you guys want to put your stuff in here, we can.
Sure.
Look at Davis' bag and all that. And
Flop.
As you
Lantern,
flop it, it goes back to its true bag form.
Yeah, gently flop, not like chuck it in.
want to be with your friend's lantern, or do you want me to carry it?
I like being carried.
Okay, I carry
You
a
move
lantern.
Easier to
So
eat
much
you
faster. No. He's like, it's a rush. You guys move so fast. Wee.
oh, you want to move fast?
You're actually, it can communicate with you just naturally. Yes.
I'll hand the lantern to Jugknife.
Give him the wheelbarrow real quick.
Put the lantern in the rear barrel.
Poof, gone.
You just get this collective whee in your heads.
I'll go like 240 feet and then I'll stop.
Okay.
We gotta wait
Trail
for
of-
this.
Like it's like this bumpy, rocky, like not paved, dust being kicked up and everything. The glove that went in there, it changed its form to a what's a fun chip? It changed its form to a sif. So you've actually, but yeah, no, it's there. You guys make it eventually, crossing some more miners, doing some inspections, etc. Gathering 2 more mimics, we'll say. So you have, for the sake of it, of tracking, if you care, you have 4 juvenile mimics plus your juvenile lantern mimic, and then you have the wheelbarrow older mimic.
And I'm minus 6 gold
And
because
what-
I give 3 gold per inspection.
Very well.
What form are the other ones?
Another one is a bag, and another one is a pickaxe.
Oh, what? Sorry.
Pickaxe.
Pickaxe. Okay.
So you have a bag, you have a big bag, another big bag, a lantern, gloves that became a sieve, and a pickaxe.
Cool. We've got quite the collection of things that want to eat us. So we're back in the cave then.
Sure. We'll say that
Back
you guys
into the cave.
you get to the entries as always. You know, the entries are the large opening. There's the 2 seemingly bases of statues that have long been broken in half, and their top halves are missing and eroded by the elements. Not a whole lot of traffic going in and out at this point of the day. Let me try and do this. I really hope the lighting is not messed up.
Hey,
Yeah.
Adam. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
On this side of the, I guess, uppity area, is there a place that checks for papers on this side as well?
No, you guys went around the uppity area. So, we'll swing back to the map really quickly and then come back to this one. So
I didn't know if it like connected again on the
I get
other
what you're saying.
side.
No, so essentially what happened, if we shift to click here, you guys essentially went, let's just say, north and around. Let me get drawing tool. So you guys went like north and around, and then you guys are on your way
Different
to
layer, maybe.
yeah.
We can't see it.
Oh, layer, yeah, that's right. So you guys went around, and then just basically this way. And now you're getting into the entries.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh.
know if there was an entrance like there on this side.
There is, but
Yeah.
you guys avoided it completely.
Oh, I didn't know
This
if they would
time.
check papers there. Did they check papers
No.
when we went back through?
No, they don't. You never had to go back through. You went around. They don't care. What they care about is if you enter this way, like if you go in here or if you go in through the back. I know there's not a door.
That's what I meant when you go through the back. If there was an entry place, okay.
No, there is an entry place into the Patera shelves, but the Patera shelves are not the mines. That's just the rich area. So
Gotcha.
they did.
To
Like
clear
I will
stuff
say,
up, Is it Patera shells or Tephra shells?
Sorry, Tephra.
Okay.
Sorry,
I had
it's a weird
Patera
word.
in my notes somewhere, and I was like,
I think I said it wrong last session, and I'm saying it wrong sometimes again.
okay.
Like,
So if I see
it's
Patera, it's Tephra.
yeah,
Okay.
Tephra. Tephra.
Editing
Tephra.
It's Patefra.
Got it.
Yeah.
Don't confuse me.
No, don't confuse me anymore. It's when you create something a long time ago, and so I'll just say like that. There, that's the little black hole is the entry, just for reference. Okay, so let me swing you guys back. It should be all black here, I would hope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then if I do this, it should shift y'all, and then if I grab you guys here and I move you to token layer. Did it do anything for y'all? Oh, Davis sees himself and sees Dregnar. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Oh, these things are not giving off light for some reason. Cool. You know what? I'm just gonna say turn vision. Does that change anything for you guys on the layer?
I see is black.
Yeah, I see
It's
that.
just black and my token and Dragnar's.
I see me and Dregnar and Pebble, and then black.
It must be nice because all I see is me.
Oh, now I see a shaft.
Whoa, wait.
Cool.
You
All
damn
right.
right.
Fact-
So, nice.
Get away from Davis.
Why are you guys seeing the yellow though? That's so weird. Okay, whatever. Next session I gotta fix that part. But hey. Alright. So you guys have been walking a little bit into the mine. This is a portion that you guys have been here before, however, escorted previously. It's just like yellow. That bugs me. Whatever. Okay. So before you, it's the long ago picked away entries, beyond the entry point, getting into the narrower tunnels, following the tracks. There are the inset torches and lanterns to provide some illumination in what would otherwise be a completely dark cavern.
I refreshed it and I see perfect now.
I will also refresh.
I'll refresh as well just to
I
save.
see everybody, and all I see is like this center track with some yellow.
Okay, yeah, the yellow is what's not supposed to be there. For some reason, it's coloring the light, and I don't know why, but that's whatever. I guess it makes it look more like fire, torchlight and all that, but it's not necessarily intended to be that way. But hey, at least I didn't mess up on the walls so far, as it looks like you guys can't see beyond that. So I will move y'all's tokens slowly as you guys are going in the direction of the uncovered section. I just want to, let y'all kind of see the map. So as you guys are kind of moving, I'm just kind of doing this slowly so you guys can actually see, some of the networking. There's individuals that have Scoot's Dusty Pick, and they are continuing their travels on this map to the left and south. But other individuals are traveling where Davis is going, to the northeast, top right.
Which way? Which way does my lantern friend want to go?
Home is this way that I'm moving you guys.
Okay.
That's down the collapsed area.
Yeah, it's not quite collapsed yet, as you guys were able to walk for a while. I'm just kind of moving y'all as I can, just to let y'all kind of just see. And I'm also doing this to see if I forgot any line of sight blocking stuff. So far, it looks okay. Cool. So
Yeah, it looks perfect on my end. I'm seeing everything line of sight.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the yellow's nice because it's like fog of war, like that's out of sight range now.
Yeah. Cool.
If you could see so well down here, just lead us then.
I am leading you perfectly.
Yeah, it is. No, especially for if there were not these set in torches and lamps. To the north, Dregnar will be the collapsed area,
Okay.
or the uncovered portion. So there you go. Just kind of moving y'all along.
Is the uncovered portion the non-work stone on the floor?
Yeah, mimics,
Okay.
and there's a significant drop
Yes, I see that.
there.
Yeah.
So I don't have tokens for all the people working and all the things here, but you do start seeing that, there's that smattering of tools and boxes and crates, and now you guys are free to move your tokens as you kind of wish. Don't go too crazy far.
Were we looking for mimics on the way in, guys? Like any of the discarded items on the ground, or
I didn't look especially hard, but
I would have been. Yeah, I would have been for sure.
Okay. Go ahead and give me those percentage rolls. So D100s if you are contributing to looking for more mimics.
ooh, double lot. Never mind, it's 60. Does 6 look like a 0? 60.
Okay, got it.
I 69.
Nice.
Nice. Through while you were walking through and passing individuals that may have been leaving this portion, you've only really crossed one other group. They did not have any. But as you guys get closer, you hear the incessant clinging of pickaxes and people communicating amongst themselves. So pickaxes on stone, people communicating amongst themselves, grunts, and the work effort. You see different sconces of different lights, different oil lanterns, smattering of crates, boxes, carts, etc. The one thing that is no, I would say no. That actually I didn't. That looks good. I would say now I'm looking at the map. It looks pretty okay. Cool.
Do they want to be dropped down into the collapsed area and just
Well, so keep in mind there's people working here. Is what I'm giving you. Like this is where you still see. Like I don't have tokens here. Like I can here.
Yeah, okay.
I will help with the illusion. Let me find.
Can we get down easily enough?
Of course.
Yeah. You guys got in and got out. It's just it is a descent to get in here. It's not as steep as it's shown. It's just a for the map's sake, it's a reference to show you that you are entering a different portion.
Okay.
You know, Rock, my plan was to bring them to wherever the gray people are, at least, or close to it.
Yeah, that's fair. Because then they have something to eat. I don't want them to starve.
And then Dragnar's gonna be like, let them fight.
Yes. Survival of the fittest.
Alright, just for the sake of it, I'm just going to drop. Alright, these are not individuals, these are just representing groups. Kind of working. Working.
And I'll say, just let's keep an eye out for any more possible mimics so we can throw them in this wagon or this wheelbarrow and bring them deeper.
Hey, Rock, can you help me down?
Yeah. I'll
adorable.
search out.
Trust fall exercise.
Yeah.
I'll catch you. I'll catch you. Oops, sorry.
And then there was
And then there was nobody left.
and then this would be where I guess the last crew may have
And
been.
then
Okay,
the undead beholders come out.
Yep. As it
Disintegration
tends to be.
beams, dude.
Zoom.
Ah!
Okay.
A giant mama mimic chest starts to eat us because we're carrying all our babies.
Well, but yeah, I will say that over the course of it, just here, there's probably half a dozen tools that y'all, or things that you would say that you would add to the cart. That first group has nothing. They're just working. Oh no, actually, that first group has they have one of them is literally sitting on a bin. It's just a cart. It's a crate. It's just resting.
Great. I give them the whole spiel.
As these people are actually actively working, you're gonna have to be kind of persuasive here.
You know what? Hey, lantern friend. Show them what you can do.
God.
Alright, so you grab your lantern, and you get the sense, okay. And the person, is ignoring you, as the lantern itself is not lit. He's just, looking. He's like,
Wait, so did he
Yeah, if
say
you're
okay
looking
on
for-
the bond? I have to know.
yeah.
I'll be like, no hurting
Yeah.
on the bond.
Yeah, don't bite them. Just show them what you can do.
Alright, and the guy kind of gets back to picking, and then you'll see the lantern it does the thing, and the guy's not looking, and then it reaches out its tongue and it like taps him on the shoulder, and the guy looks over, what,
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
and runs.
Good.
He just drops his shit and starts running.
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah, you got
We'll grab the crate. Neat trick.
The rest of his crew also leaves. They just ditch. They book. They're like, what the fuck? And just start running.
Nobody's gonna want to work here anymore. It'll be nice and quiet for you guys.
Not
Oh,
wrong.
the music stopped. Oh, wait.
That's still playing
Why
for
do
me.
I not? Oh, it is? Okay, I guess it's for me refreshing. Okay, as long as it's playing for y'all. Fine. You guys are free to move. So I guess I'll move this crew out of here. They are no longer here.
Skedaddle.
And you can see that part of this section, it gets pretty cramped and tight, where barely, it's a squeeze. It was not, they did not have time to properly dig this portion out many, many hundreds of years ago. Sorry, Jones is kicking dice
I
all
don't
over.
see your camera. I gotta fix that. Probably on my end.
Oh. Got it. Because I'm seeing it on my end that I'm still streaming.
Yeah. There we go. Yep, I got it. It's just
Okay.
Roll20 doing Roll20 things.
You continue to hear the insistent, the chipping away at stone. Dink, dink,
Rock
chink.
is inside of a wall now.
Rock.
I lost. Like it's just black around me.
Oh, do you not have vision now?
Yeah, I've
You know
always
what?
lost
Because there's
vision.
no light. Yeah, there's no light source. God damn it.
Oh yeah, I would cast light.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Now I understand. I don't know why it's doing yellow light though. Ugh.
I was wondering,
Well,
I guess
like,
because
it's
I
weird,
have dark
like-
vision, I can see.
I can
No,
see all of it.
I put global light on just to make it easier.
But then Rock casts
But-
blindness on himself.
All right. Does that work for you, Rock?
Nope, still black all around me. I'm gonna refresh. It happened when I turned the music up.
Interesting.
That's weird. No.
It's a volume-based lighting instead of
Has
volumetric.
sight. That has. You should have light. Sej, can you see?
No.
I can
Oh,
see
hey,
Rock.
it's back. You fixed
Rock's
it.
right there.
Are-
Rock.
are-
Yeah, you fixed it.
Our
Can you-
light is attached to Dregnar because when he moved
Oh,
back,
it
where
is.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let me move Dragnar. Oh yeah, Dragnar is definitely my. Why can't I move?
I mean, he looks to be
Yeah.
casting light for sure.
Why?
And
He
somebody
has-
else is moving me. Whoever's moving me.
That's me.
I think a lot of us have control on your screen.
yeah.
I don't
can do it
understand how
too.
this happened. Wait. Okay. Stop.
I am the beacon of the group.
All right. I'm
You know
sorry,
what,
guys.
Let's just say I cast light on Dragnar.
No, I get that, but I just don't understand.
Oh yeah, cast light on the shadow monk.
That's nerfing
Awesome.
the shit out of him.
Like
If you
legit.
ever, if you ever
you're-
have to PvP Dragnar, just cast light on him.
Yeah, that's true. GG.
No, what I don't understand is he is not emitting light. There's nothing here that says Dragnar is emitting light.
Oh, but I probably share his vision, and so he's probably. It's basically what it is, but I don't know.
But like when he goes here, it's dark. Like I can't see.
That's weird. I can.
Well, if we can control it, we probably get his sight line.
Oh yeah, that's probably it.
Has
Yeah.
night vision.
But when he
Okay,
goes out of my
okay.
sight line, I still have mine.
Let me
like, I
let
can
me
see
do
where
this.
I'm
Maybe this will work for. All right, since
'Cause,
you
yeah,
cast
if I go
light
over
on
here, I
yourself.
can see over to the left.
All right, Rock.
See, I've got sight
Yeah, I-
too.
Do you,
like
do you have light now? Rock?
Now I can't.
Okay, cool.
I'm gone. Oh wait. Who's moving me?
Okay. That was me. That was me.
I think
because
you're the only
I
one
wanted
that
to.
can move.
All right,
you
and then
other
I'm
than
just
that.
gonna do light on the.
Okay, yeah.
well,
Actually, mine has light now. I can see.
Okay, and then Saj, I'm just testing. Can you see? I'm
Yes.
moving your token. Okay, cool.
Oh.
Cool. All right, I fixed that. I don't know why it's doing it so weird. There we go. You guys have light now.
Cool.
Because Dragnar literally is not emitting light, according to his
It's
settings.
because if we have ownership of his token, we can see what he sees. I think is what it was.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he
that
has
would be-
dark vision.
Oh, because he's got. Yeah, you guys had.
We all have ownership
I've
of his
got-
token. I think.
And I've got
Because-
dark vision, and he's got dark vision. So like, I can see where he is, but then also where Sedge is right now, I can't see him. But if I move around the corner now, I can see Al, and
Okay,
all the
and-
way to Dread.
That is because when James was not here,
Right.
we probably gave people ownership of this token.
Indeed.
I love you.
Okay.
and Sometimes you
I'm
are.
stuck in the wall now. I can't move.
I'll move you out. Just give me a second. All right, so there.
Alright, let's roll
you
play
guys.
that.
Apparently,
And apparently I'm dead.
All right, you should no longer have control of Dragnar's.
Oh no, yeah, now I can't rewrite him. Aw.
Okay.
Aw.
All right, there, fixed it. All right, cool. So everyone can at least see if you're within the group, correct?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
We
that
have that
group-
whole drift globe thing too.
True.
True.
Okay.
Oh wait.
So as you guys are walking, stop me at any point, but you see just crews working. This one is just shipping away.
Oh
So
yeah,
you
I've
see-
given up on the minor scheme thing, and I'm just like, hey, I need to see your stuff because it might be like this, and I hold up.
PTSD for the miners. No
That's
big
good.
deal.
Actually, literally good. Better a little bit of trauma than death and maim.
No, I love it.
I'm never mining again.
Okay, here we go. You know what? Let's just do this. Let me grab
There's better ways to make money.
rock. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Just give me a number.
Ooh.
3. Okay, classic mimic art.
That's how many times you die.
Okay, there you go.
That's how many death saves you failed.
It's just moving around with you. Time you see it, they're like, "What the fuck?" Okay.
Rock,
And then
this is shockingly effective.
Once we've cleared them all off, we'll make sure that we pick up any mimic friends.
Okay, so who wants to start mining gems now that everyone's leaving?
Oh man,
Me.
I've been waiting for somebody to ask.
Give me one.
Good thing we got
second.
all these picks.
Yeah. We can just tell the mimics to mine themselves. You hit that wall and take care of it.
All right, now I need to actually find a good one for me. Okay, we'll just use bandits for this, just for the sake of argument's sake.
Damn, there's people over here all over the damn place.
Yeah, there's a lot of mining crews. And then these guys. Okay, I like that setup. That works for me. Okay, I'm assuming you're doing much of the same. They book it and run. They panic. These people book it and run, and then panic. And as people are screaming, you start to. Can I get perception checks from all of you?
Yep, L +9.
Oh yeah, Al.
11.
24.
16 for Al. 24. Jay.
Me and Davis are laughing too much at the people running off.
Run.
13.
13. Dragnar, as you're laughing, because wait, no, who said 20 something? I thought someone said
24 was wrong.
Rock.
24. Rock. Oh yeah, your shield is carrying you. You hear that like the commotion that you're causing is maybe causing commotion below, and people are. You hear like, what the hell's going on? What? Why are people yelling? Where did the other crew go? Go ahead, continue.
Is this crew still here?
They're choking. Oh, whoops. I didn't see them. Sorry. Al's name was covering them up. Boop. So far, you've probably vacated about 20 people.
Have we found any more mimics?
I would say are scattered amongst some of the things, yeah.
Okay, they just go in the wheelbarrow so we can bring them deeper.
Waiting for Rock to bring his friend.
There's some more over here.
You see there's one regular crew, and then there's another one that has a few station guards with them. First one of its kind. That's why they're indicated with a different token.
I'll scare the regular people off and watching guard group see if they're going to try to get hostile.
Yeah, they're just going to say, what the fuck? And they draw, like...
Whoa, hey, oh, no, you don't want to do that. You know, these things, they're not going to hurt anything. We're trying to make sure that we collect all of these creatures and get them somewhere safe and away so nobody gets hurt.
You may have some with you. You may not know.
You pull those weapons out, I'll just unleash them and let them eat you, and then we'll get them that way. Your choice, my friend, weapons out or not.
Intimidation check? I guess at advantage, because you actually have an active mimic
Oh yeah, that's a solid 5.
Nice.
One of them will say, "Oh fuck, you're the ones that have been causing all the trouble," and he's just gonna go in for the swing at your lantern.
Well, I'm not on my lantern. I'll protect my lantern.
I'm just
my
letting
body
you.
is-
He rolls a natural 19, so that definitely hits your lantern.
Is there a
Wait.
way I can save it, or like
He's carrying it. Can't
throw
he
my body in
shield?
front of it? Or
You have your spell if you want to use it.
yeah, okay, I'll use my barrier.
Okay, so yeah, that would most certainly hit. Okay, go ahead and roll your barrier as a reaction. Your Rock's barrier. Hey, I'm gonna refresh this. I'm gonna stop the music and play the music because I just want music. This is making me upset. I don't have music on my end.
The system is down. The system is
Almost a perfect roll. 665.
Oh wow.
So 17. 1 points. I can say.
Also,
I don't
don't
even
forget
remember
your new reaction spell that you and Al just got too.
True.
I mean, the barrier is fine, but
Yeah, the barrier is more what I would just naturally think.
The
I
barrier
don't
is up.
remember
The
what
barrier is up.
playing. I should have looked at what music I had playing before I closed it. Okay,
the
whatever.
damage is down. The damage
Okay,
is down.
so yeah, it fully absorbs by a lot. As you go to strike it, a literal water bubble absorbs it, and his club just kind of bangs off of it. It's like, what is going on? And like some more of them, because again, they represent groups, so there's more of them.
Can I quickly toss the lantern behind me to, I guess, Karos or Davis?
Sure.
I'm
not gonna stop you.
I don't have a weapon, so I'll take it.
Okay,
Yeah, throw it to
you
Davis.
catch it. It's kind of humming with this blue bubble around it. He's holding it.
Don't hurt, guys. Just stop. You guys won't win this fight.
They're just, why would you? You're the ones that have been causing all the trouble. They don't.
We're the ones saving lives. I don't see you saving lives. You run around trying to stab things.
Oh wait, this guy moved back here.
Stupid guard.
Again, understand what he is seeing, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
And-
Rock's gonna rock, man.
You know what? I'll just explain to you what happened. So, mine, people get sabotaged, things, people get hurt. We'd investigated, we found that there's these mimic creatures that can be different things, and they want to try and eat people, but they don't want to eat you guys, they want the scary gray people that you guys have disturbed, so we're going to take them back somewhere else to eat the right people and leave you people alone, which means we need to gather them all.
People.
That was a
And
terrible
get them out of here
description.
before you guys get hurt. And I'm not running through that again, so either you heard it and you got it, or I'm just going to tell my dwarf friend who's you guys to just have at you.
This is the best charisma of 6 explanation I've ever heard.
it really is.
It doesn't want to eat these people, but those people it will eat. You just happen not to be part of those people, but you can be part of those people.
I mean, it's not inaccurate. It's just like so hard to follow and like.
I love it. It's just so.
It's perfect
so
rock and
perfect.
eat.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is. What?
Everyone got that? Stregnar? Get ready to smash heads.
Like legit, I just have them stunned by your description. They're like, oh.
They're doing like the 90-yard stare, blinking slowly.
But with weapons out.
Yeah, they're just like,
I'll walk up to the nearest one and I'll just put a little weapon up and I'll just kind of gently push his weapon down. Good? We good, friend?
Ooh, that's a bold move, Cotton.
he just steps to the side and says, "You can leave us alone." Like they're just,
Okay.
they're not giving up their spot.
I accept that. But one quick, hey, Lantern friend, are any of your friends around?
I'll bring it forward.
No.
Nope. Okay, cool. Thanks, guards. This has been fun.
Got
Tell
a
your friend.
cavern offshoot.
If you want to find it out, by the way, there's a bar in town.
Yes, there's a bar in
We're
town.
fucking hype men for this bar.
Serving free alcohol. Today only.
You find it with the tree.
We got 3 groups in here.
Yeah, it's almost like a kind of like a little stubby. Like you see it, Dragnar, as you kind of step forward. It's like almost like a cubby in here.
Yeah, it's like a kidney bean shape.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start with the middle group and continue on, then top, then bottom.
Okay. There will be a collection of tools and crates, and so far that are there's a mimic again, some bags. However, the commotion that y'all have made has gotten people to be kind of uneasy, and you see that there's like one group of guards that are kind of patrolling the bottom portion. Again, keep in mind these represent groups, not people. I guess I should get rid of this one because that one. Through your conversation and dialogue and all that, I guess you're able to get people to listen, especially once you show them the mimic.
Mission accomplished.
I think Karos, after the previous description, would kind of like try to like, after the mimic is shown, is like, look, we're taking these things deeper into the mines, deep where no one is currently. I know you might be thinking, why don't you just and make the like finger across the throat
Yeah.
motion? You gotta understand, these are the little ones, the offspring, the babies. What
And
happens
they
when
don't have
mama's
throats.
looking for their babies? Mama comes looking up here where the babies were.
I dig it. Very well done. Very well put.
Just stay out of the deeper reaches. You can let people know what you saw. Whether they believe you or not depends on how good you explain it. But don't pick up random shit in the mine. Bring what you bring, leave with that.
It is, as those kids say, sus.
I will say just kind of
Baka.
giving it some sort of thematic and theatrical flavor as like you're explaining this, and some of them are not necessarily listening. Through the bond, you communicate to the little one, and the little one communicates to the friends, and they just let me just have some fun real quick, because apparently you guys are not going to fight these things, so I have like a million of these things just scattered throughout here, just ready to rumble. But I love this solution, so let me just let me just bring these to the actual
As soon as
layer.
Rock said, "Fuck it," I'm just gonna show him what you can do. I was like, "Oh yes."
Yeah, it's like okay. So just in this area.
Nice.
Oh, fun! Hi, new friends.
Oh
Yeah.
God, no.
Like just like to be like tools and crates, and just get the sense that like one of them kind of communicates to them, and then they all just kind of start morphing, and then people just like, what the, and they just start.
Okay, Rock, those are not all going to fit in the wheelbarrow. They're going to have to walk behind us. We're full.
I'm sure one of them is a wheel. I'm sure there's another wheelbarrow. That's probably one of them.
As you say, wheelbarrow, like one of the bigger ones is kind of
Wheels itself over.
turns into a wheelbarrow.
Nice.
Excellent. Everyone,
Very
clamber
useful.
into your wheelbarrow, friend. We're taking you home. Safe. Good.
Okay, I'm not gonna move all these. This is just an example of what was waiting here.
We have
Different
literally
tools.
50 mimics.
Anybody
Oh!
remember that movie? Maximum Overdrive, when the machines come alive. That's what I'm imagining right now. All the stuff is moving. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, man, it's fun. I'll give you a sec.
What about this movie with the tire that comes alive? Huh? Good old rubber.
Yeah, Maximum Overdrive was an adaptation of a Stephen King short story.
Sorry, I need a text me. I need
I think so. There was actually 2 movies that were based off of that same story. Yeah. I think the funniest one is when the soda machine started shooting sodas out at people and killing them.
I had that
Apparently-
happen to me in a game.
I saw a preview for a movie after a Stephen King novel in the theater on Thursday. Firestarter.
Oh, Firestarter
yeah.
that's an old one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the movie. And I don't know if obviously I don't know if the movie will be any good or not, and I haven't read the book. But
I know the original one was good.
whoever is in charge of making the trailer should be fired because they made it look like a cheesy piece of crap. Like the little girl's like, liar, liar, pants on fire. I'm like, really?
Oh,
Like
God.
that's what you get out of like a B movie, horror movie kind of shit. Like
that
Yeah,
sounds terrible.
it was very like, ugh.
The original had Drew Barrymore as the Firestarter
Nice.
when she was a kid.
All right, sorry guys, just coming back. So yeah, so basically you guys are going through clearing out the groups, and then the map is not big enough to entail the entire winding section. So walking, clearing out groups. You probably get about 100 people out of here. And you get to the portion. Sorry, Dragnar, I don't want to go that far. Where there is the last crew, the last group that was apparently much further away from previously in this morning, where they had the cart and they had that was it the 3 guards and 12 workers. And beyond them is the darkness.
So no more like lantern or torches on walls type stuff.
Exactly. So that's where, if you guys were to continue, I'm just going to show you, like, it just kind of ends. The map will just end. I don't need to move Al because he's not here. Karis, you see it just ends. Rock, you'll see that it just ends, kind of situation, right? I'm moving your slogans real quick. There you go. So you see that it ends. And they're actually, well, I would say they're further down here, but I just kind of put it there. So as you successfully cleared out a large portion of this cavern and mine, there's the last crew working, and they're chipping and dinking away. And what do you guys want to do? Continue showing the mimics, or
For the last crew?
yeah, they're the largest. They're the Lady Esther crew that you guys saw the night.
Before. Hey, yeah, we did some inspecting and we found a bunch of bad things. We saw you guys before. I think we already inspected you, so you should be fine. You just need to continue on and take all this stuff to where it belongs. You guys wouldn't mind getting out of the way?
I mean, suit yourself. It seems
know
like you
you're
got a
just-
light source, but we're the last group that we know of.
Yeah, we're going to dispose of, point back to all the stuff we collected.
Literally 2
No
full
wheelbarrow.
wheelbarrows.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's just tools, so I know you're just doing your job, but I'd maybe suggest not digging so deep.
Yeah, this area might be. You may be disturbing things here that won't want to see. I would dig somewhere else. There's lots of gems, lots of places. This just maybe isn't the place to be.
But that's the thing. The rest of the known caverns are dried up. This hasn't been touched for a few 100 years.
Okay,
So
listen,
maybe-
look. There's easier money to be made. You don't need to lose an arm, a limb, or your life. And we're telling you it's just dangerous.
Yeah,
Guys.
working in a mine is dangerous.
Guys, if they're not going to listen, they've been warned. Let's just go do what we got to go do.
You know, to be
Hey.
honest, I agree with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they let you guys
okay.
pass. problem.
Alright, your problem, not ours. We warned you. Good luck in your short lives.
Alright. So I'm just gonna the map stops, but y'all continue going. Yada yada
Worst
blah
GM.
blah blah.
God.
Hey,
How can
this
you not
was
have
set
a
up
3,000-foot long mine ready to go?
right.
I can't believe you don't have an entire under mountain scenario set up for us.
Exactly.
Yeah, my immersion, no!
Alright, the session ends, I'm going to sleep, I'm canceling
Literally,
material.
rocks fall, party dies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rocks fall, you will die.
all
Mimics
30
all come
minutes.
to
life. Rocks fall, you don't die, but none of you can move. The mimics are getting hungry.
Exactly. They're caved in with you. And they're looking at
listen
you, licking
for-
their lips.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if you guys want to zoom out, it's a big map. Like, even if you go to 10%, it doesn't all fit on the screen.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's huge.
Uh,
Huge!
uh, I made it all. It was
You
such
made
a pain
this?
in the ass to make. Yes. it
Wow,
was such a
damn
pain in
nice.
the ass. Yeah, I'm getting decent with Incarnate. That's why it was just like a huge project. So continuing walking
And we're
through,
just strolling through it.
yeah,
Just
just
like,
like,
okay, fuck all this, whatever, who
enjoy-
cares?
the joy of being the DM.
Yep.
You put a lot of work into it, and you're just like, oh, cool, neat. Next.
2 minutes, next.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you're a chef and you make some like you spend like all day making pasta apps and hors d'oeuvres for a fancy party, and there's ow.
Yeah.
Got any more of those?
Yeah, exactly.
That was it.
That was it.
I'm still hungry.
Yeah. Sorry, going back to the immersion. So traveling through the tunnels, being illuminated by sages and rock light spells, it starts to become quiet down here. The cavern continues to twist and wind. You can see that it hasn't been touched probably by human hands in centuries. In fact, there might be parts of it that have never been touched, going this deep. The air.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah, go for it.
Is there an incline, decline, or is it pretty flat?
Oh, I would say it starts to generally. We'll say it starts to decline as it just naturally starts to become more cavernous
Okay.
and less, like more and more where you start to see the sharp stalactites, stalagmites, the more gnarly structures begin to appear. As you guys are traversing, it kind of comes to the point where there are large chasms dropping, and when you go and lean over and you illuminate the light doesn't reach the bottom, and you're finding ways to kind of navigate and move through. And you get to one portion where there's a bridge of it seems to be like some sort of like hanging bridge. Cables seem to be if you get close, you'd see that they're like woven metal fibers, planks of wood, and it's spanning a maybe like 80-foot wide chasm.
I assume at this point the bond is dropped.
Yes, at this point the bond is dropped. However, if you,
They can respond. Still.
they can respond. Yeah,
I'll just be like,
telepathically.
I'll kind of narrow my eyes a little bit and look at I'm still holding the lantern mimic, I guess, and I'll just be like, this bridge isn't one of you, is it? I'm just very suspicious.
It is old.
Wait, it is one of you?
It is many of us.
Guys,
Hey,
this is a bunch of them.
did it say it was old?
It did.
Do you think? I mean, these things are capable of speaking. Could we glean more details of history? I guess we were looking for something, right?
Davis,
Like
why don't you
where
show
the
him
where the
Hawk
heart
Park?
of the mountain or something?
Yeah? I guess that's not a bad idea. Dragnar and Sedge both kind of the same idea, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we're friends now. So here, all of you,
Well, hey, and Carlos is gonna just sign into your brain. Remember when he told us why he wasn't gonna try to eat us? There gets to be a point where there's far more of them, and they don't worry about, us winning.
True.
I don't think they're outwardly hostile, but you gotta think predator versus prey.
Right, and so if that bridge is a bunch of them, be like, hey, go, huge bridge, everyone.
Yeah. Good point.
Be no reason to cross that, right?
I mean, we can talk with them. I'm just saying, don't forget one of the first things it said to us.
Right.
I'm gonna take the 10 minutes to cast telepathic bond again. With our group, which is how many?
6.
6.
And then the
Plus Pebble.
lantern.
You want? Or
No,
Thunder
Pebble
Ray.
doesn't need to be in it. And the
Well,
lantern
there-
again, and whichever one the lantern says is the oldest.
The bridge is made up of a bunch of old ones, from what you understand.
Bunch of old ones. Okay, so just one of the ones on the bridge.
Got it. You over the course of the time, you'll see like the mimics that are of the wheelbarrows, and that they start to kind of revert to their true form and just start to kind of crawl out, and they move slow.
Sloth-like almost.
Actually, yeah, kind of. They're sending out what type of amorphous pseudopod or tongue, and then just kind of dragging themselves, and then they just start to take up shapes away from you guys, becoming crates, boxes, tools, what they know, lanterns, and then just kind of.
So while that 10 minutes is going on, I'll just be like, should I explain what? So should I? I know I understand what Karos is saying, but I mean, if we want to go deeper, I should maybe explain why and show them. What do you think? Plus, it might kind of show some of our power, maybe back them off from ever threatening us.
I think it's important that whatever we say to them, we let them know that we're not trying to get in the way of the will. I think that's what they referred to it as. We're not here to stop them or take away the grave, scaly food.
Ah, okay.
But we think that there's something.
We don't
Down
we
there
don't
that
want
we need.
anything to do with their business or these other folks. In fact, we want to avoid both of them.
We're trying to keep the surface folk as far from them as we can.
Yep.
And them as far from the surface folk.
And then we just want passage through.
Mhm.
Okay.
We will defend ourselves, but we have no intention of attacking them.
You guys all got that, right? And so, yeah, I will finally, I think for the first time since I've been in town, summon Hearthguard and say, we're trying to find the place that made this. We think it's in what they call the heart of the mountain, the core of this mountain, somewhere deep in the center. Do you guys know where that might be? A forge of some sort, if you know what that means.
So how many did you connect to? You connected to the little one, and
One
One-
of
of
the
the
one
older
each.
ones. Okay, one of the
One
older ones. The old one will say, we know of no forge. We know of caverns and pits, poison gas, and greedy.
Yeah, we
And
want
greed.
to avoid the greedy people. You guys can eat them all you want. We just want to go. Actually, and I'll pull. Dragnar was like, if we showed them the pattern on the tablet, would that help?
We could. No big deal. No. What's the worst they tell us? We don't know it.
Okay, so yeah, I'll pull the tablet out, and then I guess to show, I'll be like, it's this path here. And actually, or did we mark the tablet to like show that which?
So the tablet, keep in mind, it's an abstract concept where in the writing it looks like the constellations that you summon.
Right.
If you wish, and it's something I never actually gave you, but the constellations for the sake of this that it summons are. What do you go? Chapter 3 notes. So it would be the scorpion's tail.
Oh, I thought they weren't real constellations.
They're meshed together.
Oh, okay.
Sorry if I didn't make that clear. So they're not constellations that are next to each other, if that makes sense.
Got it. That makes sense.
But now that you've been and maybe that's something. So the scorpion's tail, the bending river, and the guiding stars.
Apparently, CJ has a song about that.
Yeah, I love it. CJ's next character, Bard.
I wasn't muted. Shite!
It's okay. It's funny. So yeah, the scorpion's tail, the bending river, and the guiding stars. The tablet speaks of a path that needs to be taken, led by these constellations or guided by these constellations, which doesn't make sense. But you know that there's a path etched in it based on, Dragnar's visions and the fact that when you guys investigated the tablet, as it reads, as you were reading the writing on it in Dwarvish, there's the trail of metal through it, and it is in the symbol. Like it does follow the pattern of the scorpion's tail, the bending river, and the guiding stars, as if the constellation is part of the writing. So,
So
yeah, but like,
go ahead.
Go, no, you please go for it.
I was gonna say, so I'll show them, be like, anywhere that may have paths like this, or anything like that, or anything where there were maybe ancient civilizations that did stuff down here, if you know of any just old, like, carved out areas that may have been carved out long ago, anything like that.
We know not of this. We know of our task. We know of those lost to the mountain and turned into gray monsters.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Hey, were you one of the ones that came out of the purple and green cloud 350 years ago?
We crashed.
Yeah.
Somehow. We were asleep in transport.
And where were you before that?
Created to serve a purpose.
Do you by who?
We were by the War Council.
I probably wouldn't know what that meant history-wise. But I'm explaining this all to the group because I'm assuming is he responding on the bond? Yeah,
he's on the bond, so all of
yeah,
you hear it.
So we would all hear it. You history folks might want to history check that. Just saying.
Not that versed in history.
War were declared.
If you want, I guess Al would have maybe stepped up.
He is actually. Well, no, he's got jack of all trades. Oh no, he's proficient in history actually.
What is it?
He's +5.
+5, 21.
Oh shit, nice.
Allegretto, what kind of stuff would say? What do you mean a war council? That's vague. There was multiple factions fighting during the Black War, the Baggers War. We were created to the mimic continues. We were created for war. We were to be distributed, and we had our missions to kill.
Kill
Unable.
who? How would you determine who was supposed to be killed?
Anyone that would be part of the complex that we were delivered to.
Oh, so you didn't have like a sigil or a color that you were looking for, just wherever you were, kill everybody.
You get the sense that, like, yes.
Okay. And just to reiterate, we're not here to hurt you. We actually brought some of your young back here so that they could feed on the gray people.
And we're going to try and keep these loud, annoying people as far away from you as possible.
Mm.
I can't say that some of them won't listen, and if they do, you do you. Or sorry, if they
Yeah,
don't, you do you.
Warn
They've
them.
been- Yeah, they've been warned. If they come into your area, well, it is what it is.
We strive to have war with the greed rot. That is our purpose now.
So are you going to let us cross the bridge without attacking us?
You are not greed rot, though. Why would you go to their territory?
We just told you we're looking for some information about this.
This item is very important to our friend, and he wants to discover more about it. We have no plans of engaging the greed rot. We will
Correct.
try to we'll try to go around them if we can, or go through them without messing with them.
Beyond
Sorry.
as Ada interrupts you, beyond this point, they will find you.
Well, we will only hurt them if they try to hurt us.
You will end up hurting them. They seek to kill everything.
So why do you
And
think
you're-
they will find us?
You are entering their home. You are entering their cavern.
And
They know it is
And
how
you don't. Sorry.
how do I it's struggling to tell you, like, they exist to kill.
I thought they were trying to
And-
dig.
They have lost that purpose. They are savage. They are brutal. They are,
I mean, is there any
as
way
you would
around
say, monsters. Perhaps we do not know of one. We do not, and they kind of joking. It's kind of funny. Do not move much.
them? True.
And if we happen to run into them and kill them, is this going to upset you?
They breed. There will be more.
That didn't answer my question.
We are at war. You are killing the enemy.
Do you know anything of their numbers? Are we talking hundreds? Are we talking thousands? Are we talking hundreds of thousands?
That is unclear, and no, we will not be upset.
Sounds good to me, guys. Let's go.
I do like a challenge. Also, out of character, it seems like everywhere we go, they're just gonna know where you are. It doesn't matter. The
No,
hellhounds, they know where you are. I mean, they may be
I-
exaggerating, I know, but
Yes, you know.
Davis, remember, we're entering my element.
this is true.
I
I
look at Sej. Don't fuck it up.
I was really just thinking about making it really bright in here, but I guess I shouldn't.
Lord, this went a different direction. As always. Goddamn. Right.
Solus,
Come
or
on.
whatever the freaking.
Adam, you love it. You love it.
No, it's fun because it's like a test to make sure that I have enough of a.
It really is enough runway.
It is. It's like it's a mental gymnastics fun way to make sure that I have enough built out where the story still makes sense, and it does because apparently I didn't take account for this, but it still works because you guys are willingly going here. Okay. You got it. Let me just.
What are we supposed to do? Davis needs to find out.
I know.
We're waiting on what's his face to fucking do his thing. So what else are we gonna do? Sit around and go to the non-bar bar?
No, you're good. You're good. Like I'm DM is just reading something real quick.
Bar. That's the name of it. We're gonna make
I
it
hear the non-bar bar is the place to be tonight.
non-bar.
Okay. Sure. Let's. Okay.
Take a
So, no, I'm good for a moment. I want to at least transition to the next page, and then we're good. So, thank goodness I built this out. Apparently. So, as you guys continue venturing forward, the last bits of communication that you get as you leave the juvenile mimics with the adult mimics with the ancient mimics is that the ancient one will tell you that the mountain is home to more than just minerals, gems, and souls that have lost their way. In it, danger slumbers, poison clouds can be found, that sight does little good for, you are entering a realm where there is no light.
Dragnar salivates.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
Look at Sage, don't fuck this up for me.
Yeah. You guys didn't kill my mimics. Interesting. Okay.
No, Rock made friends with them, so now we have a mimic army at our back.
Yeah, we're committed.
Just know that from now on, if you have any seemingly evil creature that can eat things, apparently Rock's gonna be like, they're just hungry, they're not evil.
That's true.
I mean, these guys haven't turned out to be very freaking.
I mean, yeah, I will say.
Engineered bioweapon. It was meant to kill everything that. And the only reason they're not killing everything is because they set up a deal to kill something specific. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, okay, so a quick aside, like, if you take the juvenile mimic stat block, they have an intelligence of 10. They're smart. You know.
Smarter than me.
Smarter than David.
They have a purpose, and through them spawning more mimics, they have held on to this, will and a contract and agreement. And like you said, they're arcanely created entities that were used as a weapon, and they have a purpose, and that's what they're programmed for, essentially. So they stick to the contract.
It's like the perfect creature for a contract because it doesn't really naturally die, and it has a single purpose, and it will do it to perfection.
Yeah. So, anywho, DM, just thinking out loud there. Sorry. Okay. Going back to this. So as you guys traverse further, getting engulfed by the darkness, the only light that is being presented to you. Oh, I should say, crossing the bridge. The bridge allows you to walk across it. As you do walk over the bridge and you stare down, that chasm drops and drops and drops. We're virtually deep into the now more winding, more twisting, even more jagged caverns that are the Snoring Mountain.
So is it a single cavern or are there offshoots?
It's going to start opening. Yeah.
Are we?
Because I do
Ah.
have.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
I do have. I did create chalk. That way, I can mark any tunnels that we've gone down, so we don't get completely lost up in his place.
Gotcha. As you guys are walking, okay, I'm gonna transition y'all here. I don't have tokens here, but just to give y'all an idea of, and obviously this image has, light on it. There's not light, it's just reference art.
Did we drop off those mimics? I would assume.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not like hauling wheelbarrows of mimics anymore.
Not unless
Yeah.
some of them wanted to come with us, so they can eat gray people.
Yeah, does our lantern friend want to come with us?
No.
Okay.
They're happy with where they are. This is like you see beyond the bridge, there's a few other obscure items that are left, and those are all mimics, just kind of waiting.
Everything's a mimic.
Um,
The mountain.
That rock, it's a mimic.
but
I'm a mimic.
yeah, traversing further and deeper, kind of staying close within proximity of each other. How how long do you wish to travel? Was Dragnar's marking little parts with chalk and everything? Like where are you going? What is your purpose? I get that you were trying to find where the glaive came from, but what are you doing?
I
'Cause
mean,
you will literally get lost down.
yeah. I will keep the glaive out the entire time now, because might as well. Fuck it.
Okay.
Um. I mean, so it's the map doesn't really seem to be helpful right now because we're just going through like winding caverns. Like it's not gonna be like, oh, this suddenly looks like the scorpion's tail, or
Yeah, this doesn't seem to be in relation to the map at all.
If it doesn't feel like we're going down, like if it stops, like down stops being an option on whatever path we're going.
Okay.
Yeah, I might pull up the group and just be like, I mean, I will say, so there's been things that have kind of led me here, like in the form of like my dreams and whatnot, and I don't think I mentioned this, but like even as we were coming here, like every night I would see a star, kind of shooting star, kind of come in this direction. Something. I feels like something should help point me in the right direction. I just don't know what. Like, and I'll hold out Hearthguard. Like, is there? Can you guys think of anything I could do to, like, maybe activate this or something to help or do something? Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Just as a thing, I'll be like, I'll actually hold it flat in my hand to let it like pivot as if it's like a compass, just to see if it points in a direction. And then I'm just gonna I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna try something, you guys. I'm just gonna hold it flat in my hand and hold it out so it's got enough room to pivot. And then I'm just gonna think really hard through like whatever attunement that I have with it, just like tell me where to go. And it does nothing, or does it do something?
Time passes. 10 seconds, 15. Seems like Davis is just sitting there, looking, focusing on his glaive as he's trying to balance this large weapon in one hand, in the palm of his hand.
Davis, where's the tablet?
Oh, here, sorry. I was trying to concentrate. It's in my bag, but I'm doing this. Just grab it out of my bag.
Okay, I'm gonna grab it out of his bag,
Sure.
Adam, and see if, because we're here, if it shows something different than before.
Nope. Same message, same metal writing, or same, metal trail through the writing, giving the clue about the 3 constellations. The writing hasn't changed. The etching hasn't gone away and replaced itself in any form. Same tablet. Davis, it feels like 10 minutes pass by, but in reality, it's maybe a minute
Yeah.
as your friends are kind of stopped and kind of looking around, kind of taking in the general silence. There is some sounds of some water from somewhere kind of trickling and dripping as it is within caves. The odor here is relatively like it's of the minerals. Different salts and different types of minerals kind of fill the air. The temperature does get drastically colder the deeper you get in here. To the point where it's like says if you're not wearing any wintry thick coats, you are shivering. It's pretty cold down here.
Ooh.
There's never any like
The
temperature gradient that feels like warmer in certain directions, or is this like
Yeah,
just universally cold?
that's what I was gonna say. It's all cold. So Davis, as you're like sitting there balancing the glaive, nothing. And then as you kind of go and grab it, like it doesn't do anything, you go to grab it. There's this quick flash of that, a quick flash of the what you basically best interpret it of a purple green cloud, and it's like rushing towards you to like attack you in a weird way, but then it goes away.
I will share that with the group and be like, that seems weird.
What direction did it come from?
Sure, I'll tell him
No,
what
it's
direction it
like
came
it's just whatever he had it like he felt like it just like as a vision
from. Yeah,
of like being attacked by that cloud.
so I guess in front of me, but like vaguely in front of me, right? Just kind of
Yeah, it's
towards me
something.
from some
Yeah,
direction.
it is aggressively moving at you, and then it like snaps you out of that image.
Yeah, that was weird and not helpful. I hate to say it, but the only other kind of idea that I have is that we maybe spend the night here and I see if I dream about something, but that's obviously not a super enticing idea for a lot of you, I imagine.
I don't think this would be the place I would like to sleep. No.
I can
Actually, would I notice Serge like shivering?
Oh yeah, I would say
I'd be
it's
like,
good.
well, if it's the temperature like Al's dome, we can make it nice and cozy.
That's true. We did do that. I remember that with the hellhounds.
I mean, but as we proceed, we won't be under the dome, so we may have to. I think I've got a cloak that you can maybe borrow that will be a little big, but
So I'm singing up a dome for the night.
yeah, I don't
What's
know. What do you
happening?
guys think? Any other ideas on how to find out? I mean, unless you guys just want to keep walking, but eventually we're gonna have to figure something out, and I'd hate to keep going in the wrong direction.
Is Hrothgar sentient?
Not that I know of, and I look very kind of panicked, but I didn't think a pickaxe was sentient either, so
That's what's got me thinking. That's funny that you thought the same thing.
I mean, this
Maybe
thing's all
it's
metal,
just,
so
it's not really an idea. I'm kind of, I don't know.
Oh man, we don't have any
If
more
you
of
think
those.
that's best, I'm down to do that too, I guess.
Actually, so thinking back to when I summoned Hearthguard in front of the mimics, did any of them seem to react as if they knew what this was?
No.
Okay.
Adam, have
No.
we had? Has it been one singular direction, or have we had other offshoots that we could have
I
investigated?
I think what Davis was saying is y'all were going one general direction the entire time, from what I understood.
Yep.
Like as you see in this image, there are a lot of like you can go, and as you were saying, like you were looking for portions. Like, are we going down? You might not be going down, but if you were to like look over a random edge, there might be another section below you that seems to just wind and turn upon itself. Like
Gotcha.
this is a
Maze.
untouched, yeah, maze. Minus all the light things coming through because it is dark in here.
Right.
You guys
I
are
vote. Sorry, Greg.
No, I was just saying you guys are probably the first source of light that this thing has seen in a very long time.
I vote we spend the night here and see what we find.
And if you divinely directed folks might seek for help as well potentially. I seek all potential avenues of assistance because I just thought something would have led us the right way from here, but we're too. I'd say I don't want to abandon where we are now just yet. I think something might happen. I don't know.
All right. With that, Al will say, "Well, are we stopping now, or how are we going to tell time down here? Are we just going until we're tired? Is that the plan? Are we going to rest now? Karos, Dragnar, survival guys."
I'm gonna, because of I know others in my subgroup have this. I'm gonna see if I can sense nighttime outside.
Interesting.
Survival check at disadvantage?
Damn, if I only had Bravura, I could make it advantage.
I want to see what you roll, but I have the perfect answer in a feat. I already got you guys.
You do. Nice, dude.
11.
11. You know that immediately, okay, it wasn't that late when we got in. It was starting to be late afternoon. We've probably been in here for about an hour, maybe 2, so it's probably the early portion of evening.
Okay.
But go ahead, Saj.
Trying to look for what it's
Perfect
called.
memory.
Yep. That's not in racial traits?
No, it's under feats.
You always know the number of hours left before the next sunrise or sunset. You always know which way is north. You have advantage and on any ability to avoid getting lost. In addition, you can accurately recall anything you have seen or heard within the past month. Oh, that probably would have
Keen
come in
mind
handy.
on your ass.
Yeah, keen mind. Okay.
I've been kind of using that without remembering what it was exactly called by recalling perfectly like where we've gone. That's why I was like, Rock, I know where we went. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, gotcha.
Love it.
You know that it's probably about a couple hours before sundown at this point.
We got some time. I can feel about what time it is. We have some time till sundown, but I must say that we shouldn't leave the cave yet. If you have a good feeling about where we're going, we shouldn't quit. We shall stay here tonight, right?
Yeah, I'd like to. Well, I wouldn't necessarily like to, but it's the best idea I've got.
Well, then let's ride with it.
Do we want to see if we can find different caverns that head down?
I'd be okay with that.
My cat is visually bullying me to try to give her some food. I need to be right back. I'm sorry.
Okay, we can take a break here then. Well, it's midnight here, so we can take a break until 10 after, do a part 3 and then call it.